How's it going, everybody? It's the FizzWiz. I've got an update with the Sonic Infinity project. Not with the actual project itself, but I mean, not with like the, you know, source code demo, anything like that. I don't have an update for the demo or anything like that. I'm talking about the project itself, like the development of the project. Um, Originally, whenever I had decided to start working on the project, I kind of had just this idea that I wanted to make the project something that Sonic fans and people who wanted to create Sonic fan games could use for anything. They could use this to make any kind of, Sonic fan game that they wanted. But obviously, there's a lot missing from the Infinity Engine. Like, a lot. There's a lot that isn't in there that are staple iconic things in the Sonic franchise, like the bounce and the drift, as well as things like switches, the pull levers, and a couple other things. And I wanted to make the Infinity Engine something that anybody could use for anything. And that's something I'd been saying for a while, like, hey, I want to make this usable for anything, but at the same time, there were things that I didn't see any point in adding, like the drift. Whenever I think about it, like, people have been saying, oh, I want the drift, I want the drop dash, I want this and that, and I'm just like, but why? Why would you want the drift in the Infinity Engine? The controls, the camera controls, the motion, the steering, the turning, the momentum, it all works so smoothly that the drift is a mechanic in and of itself is pointless. Same thing with the drop dash. So many people were like, why, like, we want the drop dash in it. And I'm just like, why would you ever want the drop dash in it? The boost, I mean, the fact that the boost as a mechanic nullifies the need for a spin dash, and the fact that the spin dash was still in it, I mean, it didn't perplex me. I can understand why the spin dash is still in it. Like, if you need to, like, get up a hill or something and you're out of boost, you're not totally screwed. You have the spin dash to get you up. But as long as you have boost, there's little to no reason for the spin dash. So I'm just sitting here like, why would you ever want the drop dash? The spin dash as mechanic on its own is already nearly pointless. It only has like one niche use. And I kept thinking, I'm just like, why would I do this? I don't think I'd ever want to do this. It's just a waste of time. But then, like, I kept going back and I kept rethinking how I want to approach the project and what I want the project to be at the end of it. Like, at the end of this road, what do I want the project to be? And I had to reevaluate that, and I'm just like, all right, well, I've got to put my biased, game design mechanic thinking aside and realize that if I want to, make this an engine that is truly infinite, I'd have to put my biased opinion on some things aside and put it in anyways, because it's what people want. There are staple things in the Sonic series that are missing, and even though I don't see a point, for example, the bounce, I don't like the bounce as a mechanic. I think it's dumb, but it's missing from the Infinity Engine, and people would like to have it back. And while I don't see a point in adding it back, other people do, and it wouldn't be a truly infinite engine without it. So I have kind of just stepped back and reevaluated what I want to get done with this project, and I realized that if I want this project to be used for anything in terms of fan project design, I've got to put my bias aside and put the things that people really want into the project, so that way it can be used. Now, obviously, whenever at the end of this, a demo will not have everything. Like, if I get this project all the way to the end, and I have a public release demo, which I would, the demo won't have everything. It most likely won't have a drift in it. It won't have the balance and things like that. And because Sonic's moveset at the end of the day is so massive that you can't map it on a controller. There are just so many moves, so many abilities, so many skills that you can implement into your fan game that I can't fit it all on one controller. So an actual demo will not have half of the things that I'm planning on putting on it. But the source code will. The source code will most likely at the end of the day have everything that people will want in it. That way, if you make your fan game, all of the work is done in there. All you have to do is probably like plug in a couple of things, mess around with a couple of variables to your liking, and then bam, you've got what you want. So at the end of this, and if I release a public demo at the end of this, don't expect like the demo to, and I'm talking about playable demo. I'm not talking source code. I'm talking about playable, executable demo. You play that, it's not going to have everything you're going to want on it. It's not going to have the drift. It's probably not going to have the boost or the drop dash in it. But if you understand the source code and you know how to mess with the source code, then you're going to know how to input it in there. I just want to get all the work done for you, all the coding done. I want to get all the animation, the sound, and all that stuff done. I want to get all that done for you. That way, whenever I release the source code, it's all done. All you got to do is, if you want to make your fan game, you got to learn how to design levels, which I can't teach you, and I can't have that done for you. You got to learn how to design levels and how to do minor blueprint coding and reading and such with Unreal. That you can just start it up, put what you want in it in terms of mechanics, edit it to your leisure, and then go on your way. But if I really want to achieve that, if I really want to get the project to that point at the end of the day where I want it to be, it's going to take me a long time. Like, I'm not a professional coder. A lot of the stuff I'm learning as I go. I'm learning how to use, I understand a lot of the basics of how to use the Unreal Engine. It's a lot of the coding tips and tricks and stuff that I'm learning along the way that, it's just going to take me a long time. Originally, what I wanted the project to be would have taken me like half a year to a year. Now I'm essentially doubling or tripling my workload. I would have to, it would take me 2 to 3 years to do all of this. And that's, including things that I'd have to learn, like modeling and animation, because there's things like switches, there's pull levers and other things like that I'd have to model or rip and put in there myself, and then I'd have to animate them, and there's a bunch of moves that Sonic's going to have that I'm going to have to make models and animations for, and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of extra work that is going to be put in. So I've not decided whether or not I'm going to be doing this for a fact, but I'm heavily leaning towards putting together a team to do all of this. I'm not just going to have any old person join the team. The team is not going to be big. It's going to be maybe a 5 to 8 person team, maybe. It's not going to be massive. I'm going to have maybe a select few people and working in select few categories. And don't think that, just because you join in my Discord that I'm going to, oh, you're on the team, there is going to be a process of selecting who can and cannot be on the team based on experience and work ethic, ability to work in a team, and things of the such. But I do want people to consider joining if you have experience, or if you just want to get in on the project, I'm not going to have a bunch of coders, and I'm not going to have a bunch of animators. I'm probably only going to have 1 or 2 people who know how to work the blueprinting system, probably 2. I'm going to probably have somebody who knows how to work with sound, and someone who knows how to work with modeling and animation, maybe 1 or 2 people each. So that's probably what the team will consist of. That way it's not getting massive. That way we don't increase the chances of losing sight of our goal. That way we don't increase the chances of people arguing and bickering with each other and things of the such. So, at the end of the day, if I do end up going through with this team, I will be the team lead. I'm not one of those people who likes to assert dominance, who wants to be the boss, But at the end of the day, at least this Infinity Project is my project, and I have a goal that I want to achieve with it, and I just want people who have a like-minded goal to want to join the team as well. I would still be directing the team and the project in general, so don't expect to jump in and take control or whatever. It's still my project, but I would still like to recruit some people who would help, because like I said, no one has to help, and if no one joins in, I'm not going to stop working on it. I'm still going to work on it. It's just going to take a long time, but with people we can divide and conquer and get this project done instead of in 3 years, maybe a year and a half to a year, because that would just make it a whole lot nicer. It would make it easier on me. It would make it so much nicer for people who are keeping an eye on the project, who want a truly finished Infinity Project. I think that a team would help. You don't have to feel obligated to join, but if you do want to join, don't expect to be accepted into it if you have no experience or work ethic. Benefits to joining is all of the work that you do will be credited to you. I'm not in the business of stealing work. For example, there's a crash that was going on in the Infinity Engine where Sonic would use a stomp on geometry, and it would crash the entire editor. It would crash an executable. It would just crash everything. It became to the point where I didn't want to use geometry for anything because it instantly increased the risk of crashing the editor tremendously, because why would I use something that's a integral component to causing a crash? But a fix was found. I didn't find the fix. Someone in my Discord did, 31 Emmanuel, and I implemented the fix into my build of the Infinity Engine. And in the editor's notes, he is credited for it. That's the thing. If anyone wants to join the Infinity Project team, I guess FizzWiz's Infinity Project team, all of your work will be credited, whether that's animation, sound, modeling, or coding. It will be credited. I'll be working out a system to make sure that people are properly credited for their work. And if you do stick around, and if we do get this project to a point where we can, release it to the public, you could put it on a resume. That's work experience, working with a team, working in what you like to do, whether that be modeling, sound design, or coding, or animation. You can put that on a resume, for work if you need that, if you need experience. It may not be job experience, but it is work experience. So just a couple of benefits to throw out there. So yeah, in this video, in the description of this video, I'm including both an updated demo and an updated project file of the Infinity Engine. It's not too different from the previous one I just did a couple of days ago, but it includes some modifications to the wall jump. Makes it a little bit faster, and I added some pre-used animations into it so it doesn't look like it's in development. It doesn't look super ugly. It does move a bit faster, which I heard a lot of feedback about. People are like, oh, make the wall jump faster, make it faster. And I originally had no intention in doing so because, like I said, in the source code, you can do it yourself. I was going to release the source code. You can do that yourself. You can just go in, edit a variable. It's actually one variable you have to edit, and then bam, Sonic will move faster. Or if you want him to move higher, there's another variable you edit, and bam, he moves higher. But I did it anyway. It's in the source code. He will move faster. He'll play an animation so he doesn't look like he's T-posing the whole time while wall jumping, and the crash fix will also be implemented into it. So for people who want to design levels with the source code, you can now use geometry and it won't crash. Also, there's that long strip in the little demo level. That long strip, if you've played the demo level and you've done the light speed dash, which, by the way, that's showing off a glitch that I left in. Again, if you want to give feedback on that glitch, essentially what it is the longer Sonic is in a light speed dash, when he exits, he actually moves faster, even to the point where he actually exceeds his maximum speed. There's a long strip of geometry showing off this glitch. You can now stomp on that and it won't crash your game, and there's also some geometry sprinkled in a certain area that you could use the stomp on as you please. If you do find any more crashes related to that, or any crashes in general, just go ahead and bring it to me and I'll take a look into it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I talked for like 8 minutes longer than I thought I would, but oh well, I just had to get all of this out. And the link in the description below will be a link to my Discord. You can apply there. The Infinity Project team will not be in that Discord. I will create an entirely new Discord for it. But again, if you want updates from the video or the Infinity Project, or just want to talk with me or anyone else in the Discord, you can go ahead and join the Discord. You can give feedback there, or you can give ideas there. Oh, that's another thing for the team. If anyone on the team has ideas, because not only am I wanting to include everything as much as possible as I can in this demo or in this project, I'm looking to expand for new ideas. I may be the team leader, and what I say will go at the end of the day, but I am extremely open to ideas. If people have new concepts or new mechanics they want to include, you are more than welcome to bring it to me. And if you work on it in your spare time and you show me a short demo and hey, I want to include this into the project, and I will listen to you. I will look into it and I will consider it. And if I really think that, it really, really fits in, then I will most likely agree. In fact, I could give you a good 70% of the time I will most likely agree. But if I feel hey, this is a waste of time or resources, maybe included in your own project or in your own spin-off of it if you want, but for now I'd rather divert resources and time to something else, but if you have ideas and stuff and you join the team, I will most likely listen to it. That was basically the last thing I had, but like I said, join the Discord if you want to get feedback. More in the comments down below. I will not be accepting applications in the YouTube comments. You will have to join the Discord if you wish to apply for the team. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You could, and I'm still gonna be doing development streams on Twitch. If you want to get in on that, you can follow me on Twitch, and there's a link to that down below. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you want. If you enjoyed this, and if you want to keep up to date, hit the bell icon and stuff like that. Feedback is most important. Like I said in a previous video, I'm going for functionality more than showmanship. So feedback would be appreciated. If there's things you don't like, if there's things you do like, let me know. And you can give ideas in the Discord too. Even if you're not on the team, you can go ahead and give ideas in the Discord. Oh, another thing that was changed in this build, Sonic will be able to turn a lot more sharply in speed shift. Whenever he's in speed shift mode, he can turn much more sharply now. So that's another thing that's been added. That'll be in the update. But anyway, that's pretty much all I've got. So I will see you all guys next time.